It's the Full Court Press with Eric Frandsen and Jason Walker.
Welcome back to the to the show that we're doing right now.
Following the local teams, breaking down the biggest games with in-depth analysis and team interview. Join the show by calling into 435-752-1069 or text 435-339-0321. It's the Full Court Press.
Rose, answer, yes! Caught! Touchdown! They did it!
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome on in. It's another edition of the Full Court Press. Why do you not have headphones on? That's very disconcerting.
Why are you looking at me the way you're looking at me? I was typing and you're like...
No, you weren't typing.
Glare.
You were punching your keyboard.
I was not, no.
You were just trying to be loud and distracting.
No, I was just typing and you're like, why are you typing over there?
We got a lot to get to today.
Tony Parks was the worst. He'd be like, dude, what are you freaking doing over there, man?
But before we get into it, we need to do this.
Watch this, Eric. Watch this. Watch this. Ow. Nice.
You jumped the gun.
No, don't turn it off yet. And now he's back. And now...
Pitching in relief.
Pitching in relief of Jason Laker. It is your only favorite Indian broadcaster, Sanjay Overton. Dude, I'm fired up. I love that song.
There you go. You ready to go pitch now?
Oh, go. Yeah. You do better than the freaking Mariners. Yeah.
Poor Mariners. I feel
Dude,
bad.
I do feel bad. Hey, a lot to get to today. Really, really busy show, and we got 90 minutes to get through it all with several breaks included.
Yes, we have a shortened show today.
Bad timing.
Utah Mammoth have a game tonight, and they will cut into our programming starting at 5:30. So we got a lot to get through. The Mountain West Basketball Media Day happening today, and this morning the league announced its preseason All Mountain West team. It's preseason player of the year, newcomer of the year, freshman of the year, and the predicted order of finish. And Mason Falslev, the only Aggie to make this preseason All Mountain West team. 3 players from San Diego State made the team. 2 from Grand Canyon made the team, but only Mason from Utah State. And then looking at the predicted order from the Mountain West, they released that earlier today as well. And not too many surprises there. Wasn't too far off from some of the things that we discussed yesterday, but San Diego State, a unanimous selection at number 1. Utah State at number 2. Boise State at number 3. Grand Canyon 4. New Mexico coming in at 5. UNLV at 6. Colorado State and Nevada tied for 7th. Then a bit of a gap here as far as points. Then it's... about how we all predicted. We were pretty similar.
Yeah.
Wyoming, San Jose, Fresno, Air Force to finish things out. But Jason Walker, he's been down there in Las Vegas. He's had a chance to visit with the coach and the players. Some of that streaming was happening on Cache Valley Daily earlier today. And let's first get to his comments, his opportunity to visit with the players. Mason Falslev, Karson Templin, who visited with him there in Las Vegas at Mountain West Media Day.
We got Utah State players Karson Templin, Mason Falslev. I guess the Dancing Brothers. I tend to see you guys a lot on TikTok, Instagram, just doing a lot of dances. I know you had the one that kind of went viral. They played that after everyone. Karson, did you come up with another one this year?
There may or may not be a part 2 on the way.
Ooh.
So stay tuned.
All right, stay tuned. Gotta follow Karson on Instagram.
Yep. Follow me at Karson Templin.
There we go. So I guess just what's this off-season process been like for you, Mason? I'll start with you. I know we had a chance to talk to you over the summer, but just what's this been like for you guys? A few more returners, more expectations now. Just is the pressure kind of building for you guys?
I mean, the pressure's always there. You know, Utah State, we've been a good program for forever.
For a while.
for a really long time. And, I'm just excited to. I mean, it's pretty fun. People talk about how it sucks that all these people transfer away, and it does obviously, but it's also awesome that we get to meet new friends and have new teammates and build more relationships with guys. So it's been fun this year. It's been a grind, but it's been a lot of fun.
You guys had a chance to say hi to Dayton. I know I saw him earlier.
Yeah. We got him.
We saw Day.
Did you bug him a little bit?
Yeah. Had to pull his ear.
How quickly do you guys circle that game with New Mexico? I guess you guys are going to travel to New Mexico first, right?
I haven't even looked.
See, I looked and I can't remember now. But
I think that game is always circled regardless, but maybe there'll be another circle for it.
But for you guys personally, obviously, there's another reason of, hey, we got to go see Dayton again.
Yeah, for sure.
But looking at, I guess another thing about former Aggies, Sam Merrill and Neemias, Queta both starting. I know you guys got to meet those guys. What's it like seeing those former Aggies in the NBA and, heck, balling out in their season openers? Both did pretty good. Start with you, Karson. Just what's it like seeing those former Aggies in the NBA playing?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Utah State has more people starting in the NBA than Utah and BYU. So, I mean, it's pretty cool to see that it can be done. There's a pathway paved. You see those guys do it, and they were in our shoes just not too long ago. So to see those guys start and put up good numbers is pretty inspiring, and, we're just proud to have them as Aggies.
And then Mason, just what's it like? There's some comparisons between you and Sam Merrill, at least as far as playing a similar position. What's it like, seeing him play in the NBA?
Yeah, I mean,
maybe joining him one day. Imagine you got that goal.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that would be amazing. But we had a chance to talk with Sam a couple weeks ago, asked him a few questions, and Sam's awesome. He's a great role model, and he's great on and off the court. And as far as Neemi goes, I remember playing against Neemi when I was a sophomore in high school, going and playing in the Aggie runs. And, he's even bigger now than he was then. Yeah. So, it's awesome, and I'm super proud of him too. And it's just amazing. So,
and I've drawn this comparison a couple of different times, but you look at some of the Aggie players who've gone to have great seasons. They make the jump from their sophomore to junior year. You're making that transition sophomore to junior. There are a lot of people who are thinking you were maybe going to be preseason player of the year. I know that goes to Miles Burr, but there's a lot of hype for you as well as a star in the Mountain West. It's like, how big of a jump are you trying to take this year to potentially go from being a pretty good player in the Mountain West to maybe one of the stars in the conference?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care about preseason polls. Doesn't mean anything. I just got to go out and, I'm not trying to do anything out of my potential. I just want to make my game more solid, and in all honesty, I just want to win games and win a Mountain West championship, and I think everything will take care of itself if we do that.
So now, Karson, you're looking to continue to grow as well, and I know in the exhibition I saw you pulling out a few post moves. I got that jump hook in there. I know you had that kind of mid-range floater. You did that a lot last year. How much have you tried to kind of add to your scoring profile to add to what you have as a defender and rebounder?
I mean, I definitely have tried to polish my game offensively. This offseason, I've been shooting more, working on making better reads, and obviously some finishing around the rim a little more. But I feel like it's just a matter of being comfortable. I've done all those things. I did it in high school. It's not like it's something new. Like, I've never shot a jump hook before.
Yeah.
But it's just a matter of being comfortable and just feeling out the game. So, it just starting to feel more comfortable. It's my third year here, and it's getting good.
How many three-pointers have you put up? I know you shot some in the regular season last year, was up and down. How many shots have you tried to put up to make that a consistent part of your game?
I'm just going to take open shots when they come to me. So if I'm open from three, it's going up. If it's not, I'm going to go set up all screen.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I can put a number on it. I could be left open 6 times in one game. I'll shoot 6 threes.
Yeah.
Could be open 0 times, and I'll shoot 0 threes.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, how many have you shot in the offseason trying to prepare for it?
I can't even count. Our coaches have been really good at getting us in the gym. And
do you have a number you shoot for in practice, or is it just however many you take?
However many I take, honestly. But I've definitely been on the gun a lot and shooting with Coach Hout and Coach Manny this offseason, so it's been good.
So, Mason, I know something you were trying to do a lot last year, those alley-oop passes. I know sometimes you got them, sometimes. Is that something you've been continuing to work on? Because that's obviously kind of a next step for you guys as a playmaker, where you focus a lot on scoring, but now your whole offense is running through you. How much have you tried to improve as a passer?
I think I don't know how many assists I averaged last year, but it's just going to be hopefully a part of my game, just making the right reads. Maybe it's not alley-oops, but maybe it's just making the right pass. That's all I'm really trying to focus on, is just making the right reads.
I know a lot of people want to say, like, are you going to play point guard, or do you feel like you're just going to kind of stick with the shooting guard, small forward, or do you ever see yourself maybe being the point guard in a lineup?
No, I mean, I'll do whatever coach wants me to do. And, as of now, I'm just sticking to the wing and just trying to be the most efficient player I can.
So looking back at the exhibition, Karson, what are the biggest things you feel like you learned about your team? You finally play somebody else that isn't you guys. What do you feel like you learned the most?
I felt like we learned that we have a lot of players that are good. A lot of different lineups work together. And I think it was just good to see another defense besides ours. Coach was pretty upset about our offense the week before. We go out, score, 88 points? Is that what we scored?
Yeah, I think it was 88.
So our offense wasn't as bad as we thought. So it was just good to see another defense and, kind of get some film. And, see where we can go from there.
Yeah. And I know defensive coaches talked about how much has worked on defense. Said it was like 70% of what you guys have been doing has been defense. What's that been like? Both attorneys knowing how the defense was last year, good at times, well, not as good late in the season. Just what's it been like improving that and improving as a team? I'll start with you, Mason.
Yeah, I mean, we try to clean some things up, change our defense from last year. Obviously, it's close to the same, but different in a lot of ways. So just trying to tweak it and make it so that it can carry us through times that get rough.
Yeah. Are you expecting to play more man, or is it still a lot of the matchup zone where I know it's kind of a hybrid between man and zone?
I'd say it's more man this year for sure.
A
little bit. Well, I mean, it's still the hybrid defense, but it's more man than it is zone.
It's always hard to describe this because, like, zone.
Coach E will get mad if we talk about
it.
It's fist.
Fist. There we go. That's the thing for it. So I guess with the team you have now, there's a lot more length. At least on the wings, you bring in some 6'8", 6'9" guys. How much do you feel like that really helps you guys in running this defense where, I mean, having size and length pretty much has a chance to always raise your potential on defense? Start with you, Karson.
Yeah, having size and length is always good. We can get out there, get some open stance steals. MJ had quite a few in our scrimmage, and they led to breakaway layups. I think he had 2 or 3 of them at least. Yeah. So, it just makes it easier to score if we can get steals and get out in transition. So, I think it's been great to have length. We got Adlin. His length is.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah. Is he the tallest player on the team? I was looking at you guys in the lineup for the national anthem. I'm like, it looks like he's the tallest.
He might be the tallest. He's pretty big.
Mason, I'll ask about your defense because I feel like I think you led the Mountain West in steals last season, but it doesn't seem like people think of you as a defender. It feels like that's not. It feels like that's not quite right, where people seem to underrate your defense despite some of the things you pull off. Have you gotten that sense from when you hear people talking about you?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool that I got all defensive team last year. So, I mean, that was cool. And as far as that goes, it's good. Underlook me, do whatever you want. But, I'm just going to do me, and I'm going to play the same way I did last year.
Yeah, because it seems like everybody always talk about your scoring bad. You made all defense, you led the league in steals, but it's like nobody ever talks about one of the top defenders in the league. But I'll turn to you, Karson, talking about defense. I know interior defense is something that's obviously going to be key. There were a couple struggles against Seattle where they were getting some post guys in there, committing some fouls. What's the key for you guys as bigs where you're not the tallest, and usually that's a big thing in terms of rim defense? What's the key for you guys to defend the interior even if you're not able to swat a bunch of shots just because you're really tall?
I think the key is doing your work early. You can't let guys get inside position on you. That's one of the biggest things as an undersized post player I've learned is you can't let them get a catch. If they get a deep catch, they're going to score over you because I'm only 6'8". So, 7-footer gets a deep catch on me, it's probably not going to be good. It might be a foul. So, you got to do your work early, and it'll work out for you and help you stay out of foul trouble.
Any of these matchups you're looking forward to against some of the bigs, like Drew Fielder, Boise State, Magoon, Guath, looking forward to facing some of those really big centers?
I'm looking forward to playing Magoon. We played against each other, or we played with each other in high school growing up, so we've known each other for a long time, and I'm trying to think who else in the league I'm excited to go against.
Yeah, there's a few.
There's a lot, but Magoon's my guy, so that's why.
Then you guys picked to finish second. It's either second or third, I think, is where you guys are going to get picked. Now you talk about preseason polls, doesn't matter, but Utah State's been picked a little lower because there's obviously not been as many expectations, but this is first year in a few years where there are a lot of expectations. How do you guys try and handle that?
Just focus on our team. I've said this before, I think, college basketball is at the point where it's not necessarily about each individual player, but it's about your chemistry on and off the court, how you guys can play together. You guys know each other's strengths and weaknesses, so I think it's just a matter of that, just coming together as a team and being the best team that we can be.
Have you guys tried to develop that chemistry? Because, I mean, everyone seems to have to build that, but nobody has a whole lot of time. What do you guys got to do to try and build that chemistry quicker than anybody else, Karson?
I think just spend time with each other off the court. You know, Mason had us over for a pumpkin carving night the other night with the whole team. It was pretty fun. My pumpkin did not win.
I was about to say, who had the best pumpkin?
Mine did.
No,
Mine did.
no.
Mine did.
Drake Allen.
No, mine got picked. Mine got picked.
Or Gary Clark.
No, Gary's caught on fire. That's how bad
That's why
Gary's was.
So I think just doing stuff like that, being around the guys. You know, we have a bunch of great dudes. I think we really do have 15 guys that I do love and care about. So, you know, it's a great squad. Just got to spend a lot of time together.
All right, thank you so much, Mason, Karson. Thanks for coming on. We'll look forward to seeing you guys this season.
Sweet, thank you.
Thank you, Jason.
Jason Walker hanging out in Las Vegas for Mountain West Media Day and
Mason had a
visiting
rough night, I think.
with Karson Templin and Mason Falslev.
Yeah. Hey, look.
You think Jason had a rough night?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Well, I mean, it was a good night, but it was a rough night, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
No?
Oh, man. Go to Vegas, you'll know. So, look, I'm shocked that Mason Falslev didn't get Player of the Year. And obviously, Mason doesn't give a flying crap because, like you said, preseason awards and polls don't matter. You don't get anything out of it. You don't get a trophy. You don't get anything. It's just, here, look, we're going to stamp you with this honor. I can tell you right now, it matters to Mason, whether he's going to say it or not. It does matter to him. I think it bothers him a little bit, too, that Miles Bird was the guy who got it over him. That these guys did not get one first-place vote, all right? Not one. With the returning coach and some key returners, not one first-place vote from that whole poll. That I think it shocks the crap out of him. I think there was a little bit of, I don't know if you want to call it a chip on your shoulder when you're voted second, but there's a chip on your shoulder when it's San Diego State that's taking all the first-place votes from you. So, yeah, but I think these guys are ready to go. I'm excited to see the season get going here in a couple weeks at Texas.
Trying to find.
Hey, by the way, when's the last time the Aggies finished or were picked third or better? Was that Craig's second year?
Ooh, good question. Probably Craig's second year.
It's been that long. They've been to the postseason every single year with that. And it's been that long since they've been picked third or better. That's amazing to me. I can't remember what... Actually, I don't even think they were picked third or better in that 2020-2021 year. In Craig's third year. I think they were picked fourth or fifth.
Maybe.
Yeah, never mind.
It's been a minute.
Well, Eric is randomly playing with the mouse. Good for you, buddy.
I should have had this ready. Thought of it too late during the course of the interview.
Hey, I know we need to go to break soon. I'm looking forward to hear from Jerrod Calhoun. By the way, man defense. I think that tells you a lot where Jerrod's saying my team's athletic enough individual-wise that we can play man defense and get away from it, or get away with it. And in this conference alone, that's saying something. So excited to see what that man defense looks like when they pull it up against Weber State. And especially against teams like VCU.
Yeah. Well, in the exhibition on Saturday,
yeah,
get a chance to see it too.
But it was Seattle.
A little bit more. Yeah. Yeah. A little bit.
Seattle.
Yeah. All right. You got to take a timeout here on the Full Court Press. Your reactions to what you heard today from Mason and Karson. We'll hear from the coach next. And your reactions to the preseason poll that's out today about the Mountain West Conference, predicted order of finish, and Mason Falslev not making the preseason player of the year. He's on the all-conference list, but also the only Aggie on that list. Should there have been others? Should there have been a Utah State freshman considered for the freshman of the year? Because that was handed out. Or any other Utah State newcomers in consideration for that other award in preseason. So we'll discuss that, hear from the coach, coming up on the other side of this timeout on the Full Court Press.
It's cold outside, but you can keep warm inside with a quality-built, super-efficient York furnace. Count on a furnace from York because it's backed by the strongest warranties available. Call Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning, your local York dealer, at 752-7272. Online at advancedheating-ac.com.
We're not comfortable until you are. Advanced Heating and Air. Express Tires for less.
Safety and comfort on the road are Express Tire's top priority. As a Point S team member, count on peace of mind with an inclusive warranty that includes nationwide protection. Any brand, any size, better pricing. No appointment necessary on the highway at 3200 North Main.
Express Tire, tires for less.
This is Jordan with Primrose Home Care and Hospice. As I visit with people on a regular basis, I see many things we can help with. Recent falls, balance training, knee, shoulder, and hip surgeries, memory loss, housekeeping, help with medications, and that's not all. We at Primrose offer the best care in any situation. A great example of this is our preventative care program. While working with your doctor and using our personal approach, we can help prevent many of these situations. For more explanation, visit primrosecare.com or call me at 787-1369. Primrose Home Care and Hospice. We're your home team.
This Halloween, the Riverwoods dares you to seize the fright.
Join the Riverwoods and Seize the Night Records for the ultimate Halloween dance party. Live music, a killer costume contest,
and enough thrills to wake the dead.
It all happens Saturday, October 25th from 8 to 11 p.m. at the Riverwoods. Come dressed to distress. Must be 18 or older. For discounted tickets, visit SeizeTheNightRecords.com. That's SeizeTheNightRecords.com. Or you can purchase tickets at the door.
At Top Shed, it's more than just storage. It's style built to last. Simple storage sheds to backyard retreats or the perfect chicken coop. Top Shed has you covered. Custom built with premium materials designed for durability. We'll build right on site in places like Brigham City, Smithfield, Montpelier, and beyond. Don't wait. Late summer and fall are the best time to design, build, and deliver for year-round use. Top Shed, making sheds great again. Call 435-760-7766 or visit TopShedUSA.com.
Looking for a luxurious local space to host your next gathering? The Hive Event Center in downtown Logan brings modern elegance to your wedding, private party, or business event. Your guests will be amazed at the glamorous design, and you'll benefit from the advanced tech included in every rental, from DIY parties to full-service packages. 255 South Main in Logan behind Beehive Grill. Luxury lives here. The Hive is your place to gather.
Luxury lives here. Luxury lives here. The Hive.
See us online at thehivelogan.com.
Join the show by calling 435-752-1069 or text 435-339-0321. It's the Full Court Press with Eric Frandsen and Jason Walker.
Don't forget, Young Power Sports in Logan is getting you ready for winter fun. They've got their free avalanche safety class tomorrow from 3 to 5. Learn from the experts on how to stay safe. And if you're not going to be in that kind of area, maybe you just want to stock up on great deals. Also tomorrow, save up to 50% on all climb gear, jackets, bibs, gloves, helmets, everything you need to ride warm and safe in style. And all used snowmobiles are up to $1,000 off, one day only at Young Power Sports Logan. Your ride starts here. Okay, so finally found the text, the tweet that we were looking for.
You found it or I found it?
There you go. It was discovered. maybe with a little bit of help from the pitcher in relief. Okay, blind resume, player A.
Okay.
15 points per game, 6.3 rebounds per game, 3.7 assists, 2.3 steals, 0.1 blocks.
All right.
About 50% from the field and about 40% from three. And this player's team finished 37th in the net.
Okay.
Player B, 12.3 points per game, 4.4 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 2.1 steals, 1.1 block, 38% from the field, 30% from three, and his team finished 52 in the net. So it sounds like player A has the better resume and was on the better team.
Yeah, that's mind-boggling to me. But again, I understand the media and the coaches voted for this. Like, the fans weren't voting on this thing. This was media and coaches.
Player A is Mason Falslev. Player B is Miles Bird, by the way. Miles Bird is your preseason conference player of the year.
And again, media and coaches voted on all this. And media had an outright vote of San Diego State the whole way through. Like, even Utah State media, right? All of them voted San Diego State. So
Let's hit a few quick texts here before we hear from Coach Calhoun down at Las Vegas Media Days. Well, Mountain West Media Days in Las Vegas. 2444. It's interesting that Miles Bird was a preseason player of the year when he's not even the best player on his own team. Either way, I'll take Mason all day. Can't wait for the season to begin. Yeah. 7994. Of course, Ajay has a tough time in Vegas. Really hard if you can't see over the planter boxes.
Oh, man. It wasn't the planter box the problem. It was what's in my system.
9315. A couple of texts here. Is it a coincidence that Jason is in Vegas when one of the biggest gambler schemes gets knocked up by the FBI? Wow. Didn't know it was that kind of a scheme. Could he be involved? Also, the guy that got dunked on by Dora the Explorer. I love the dig USU player put on the teams down south in this interview at Mountain West Media. Why does Ajay always allude to making it rain in Vegas? Well, we all know Gary Coleman's only one rich enough to make that happen.
Oh, you just read these like a run-on sense.
And then bulletin board material is the best award for anything Utah State, so I don't care that they left USU player off. Thanks, 9315. Appreciate the text.
That was such a... You know, that's when Bronco Mendenhall one time told me, appreciate you for all your efforts. He's being condescending. That's what you were just doing at 9315.
No, I said thank you.
Yeah.
A lot of messages there. Now let's hear from head coach Jerrod Calhoun. Jason Walker in Las Vegas got a chance to visit with the coach, talk about these preseason rankings. You hear the coach take a stand on this and talk about kind of the team, where they're progressing, how they're moving along and getting ready for their next exhibition game. Jason Walker with Coach Jerrod Calhoun next on the Full Court Press.
Welcome back, streaming Mountain West Media Days. Jason Walker, and I'm here with head coach Jerrod Calhoun. We're seeing a lot of each other. I've talked to you, 4 or 5 times in the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, man, it's been good. It means basketball's right around the corner.
Yeah, I'm running out of questions to ask you. I don't know, how do you like your coffee? That's the level of questions we're getting at.
Tuller put some cream in, put some sugar in, and I don't like sugar. I'm usually just coffee with 2 creams. So
it's like you just got it's there to wake you up.
Yeah,
that's
I like about 3 cups a day.
So you guys picked second. I know I've heard most coaches, they tend to be like, I don't do coach. I think Dan Hurley swore. It's like, I have one of my assistants do that or whatnot. Just what do you look at in terms of preseason polls? You picked to finish second, so there's a lot of confidence in your team.
Yeah, I guess San Diego State was a unanimous choice, so I don't know why we're playing, right? You might as well cancel the season because, if they're picked to win it, nobody else has a shot, according to whoever voted on this. No, I don't put a ton of stock into this thing. The longer you're in it, you see kind of some of the nonsense that goes in with these polls, but the biggest thing it means is, hey, basketball's 2 weeks away, and we better lock in and we better have the details ready to go, or we're not going to be a top 2 or 3 seed, come tournament time for the Mountain West tournament. But I got a lot of respect for a lot of these players and coaches, so anything can happen. This is a real conference.
You had a chance to meet up with Dayton?
KT and Mason talked to him. I didn't. Because I was talking to the Albuquerque guy that runs their thing, and he asked me a lot about Dayton, and, I love Dayton. I saw he was picked as a preseason top 10 guy. Hopefully our staff and our team last year had a lot to do with that. Yeah. We did a lot of read drills with him. We worked with them a lot. I love him as a person, and, he made a business decision. He doubled his salary. At the end of the day, man, this is a big business. Anybody that says it's not, Jason is not in it day to day, and a kid can literally double him. He might have tripled it, to be honest with you. God bless him, and we'll wish him well, but not when he plays us in the Spectrum or we go in the pit. But I love the kid.
One thing I've asked a few of the coaches about, I don't know if I asked you about it, but NCAA tournament expansion. There's some, seems like all the people who are going to make money off of it love the idea. There's a lot of college basketball junkies that, kind of purists, keep it at 68 or heck, go back to 64. Have you given any thought to it at all?
Yeah, I think it's about the student athletes, the experience. I think that's first and foremost. As many memories as you can have as a collegiate athlete to play in the NCAA tournament. Let's be honest, think about how many wasted bowl games there are every year. We only have 68 teams that make our tournament. There's 300 teams left home. How many bowl games are there? I think almost 60-70% of the teams go to a
it's
bowl
like
game.
84 out of 136.
Makes absolutely zero sense. It's all waste of money. Nobody's interested in watching it. The schools, in fact, lose money with the travel. None of the bowls at those levels are paying anything. The NCAA tournament's real money. So to me, it's like as many as we can get will help mid-major plus type schools like ourselves, because the reality of it is, Jason, this year will be the hardest year in the history of the Mountain West to make an NCAA tournament. Why? Everybody front-loaded millions of dollars. The SEC, the Big Ten, the Big 12, these schools have between $10 and $15 million for their roster. It's absolutely absurd. So the amount of talent that they went out and bought before revenue sharing went into play, it's comical, right? They all complain about the market. They're the ones that set the market, right? The Power Four set the market for college basketball and what the value of these players is. And, hey, it is what it is. Like, everybody got paid. Coaches get paid. Players get paid. I'm good with it. But the reality of it is we have about, not even a third of what these teams have. So last year being one of the lowest funded teams in America to get an at-large bid, that's a lot to be proud of, right? We spent less than $1 million. Teams like Ohio State and Indiana didn't get in the NCAA tournament. They spent millions, right? So it shows you the power of Utah State. It shows you the power of our team last year, and we got to have that. We got to have that connectivity every single night, 31 times.
I saw one metric where it was one of these preseason analytic metrics ranking. They basically ranked the conferences based on their team rankings. Everybody's saying that the gap between the power conferences and mid-majors is getting bigger. Do you feel like, obviously you may be thinking that's going to happen again, do you feel like revenue sharing will even that back out, or is there worry that some of these power conferences are just going to keep pulling all the great mid-major players and grow?
Well, I mean, now there's, I think the biggest thing we want as coaches, there's a lot of old school coaches that can't adapt, and I get all that stuff, but I'm not one of those guys. Give us the rules, right? Every company, you work for a company, you guys have rules and guidelines, right? You know exactly what your job entails. We just don't as college coaches. Now there's G League players that we can recruit, and I saw Coach Izzo and some of these coaches commenting on it, and they're exactly right. What are we doing? What are the rules? I think all of us coaches thought kids were going to get 5 years, right? So we didn't sign a lot of guys in the fall thinking, hey, I might be able to re-sign my seniors. Well, now that's out the door. It's just crazy times. But I know 7 schools I heard in the Atlantic 10 spent over $3 million on their budget this year for men's basketball. We don't have that in the Mountain West. We have probably 3 that did it, maybe 4. We're not one of those teams. So I think moving into this new era, we've hired a guy in Cam Walker. The last piece to the puzzle is the president at Utah State, right? Sometimes if those two people are aligned and you got great coaches and you got great kids, you can really do something special. And I think that's what Cam's talked about, not just going into the Pac-12 and be a part of this, but let's make sure we're winning championships in all the sports. And how you do that is through revenue sharing, right? Our numbers got to continue to increase, and I feel really good that it will.
How do you feel like the move to a new conference feels like almost heretical to talk about the Pac-12 we're here at Mountain West Media Days, but you feel like that's something that's going to help as far as raising the revenue sharing amount?
Once again, I think that, the board and the president will obviously work with Cam, and they'll set that, but they need to look at the rest of the market and figure out what are these schools spending on rosters. That was my biggest fight last year with our department, is we got to understand what's going on here in the landscape when you're dealing with agents on a daily basis and you're dealing with these different things. We got to continue to increase the money for our roster, and that's, to being able to retain Mason Falslev, be able to retain the other 4 players, showed me I don't need to go anywhere. To be quite honest with you, I was, sitting there looking at this thing, and it comes at you pretty fast, right? Yeah. The opportunity to sign a long-term deal, and I just think there's real investment right now in the Aggies. I think we're starting to really get it. I think our donor base really gets it. We've had some unbelievable guys step up, Blake Kirby, Jim Lobb, some people that bleed, Aggie, right? Yeah. They're diehard Aggies. And guys like Kevin White have really helped, Nick Eliason, Eric Lobb, our whole team, Dalton Forsythe, with the Blue A Collective. And then, my wife and I looked at it and said, okay, we're going to go out and ask these donors for all this money. We got to put our money where our mouth is. We got to show these people here in Cache Valley. Number one, we want to be here. Or you get tired of hearing, you're just here for a year or two, like you just get tired of hearing all that stuff. To be honest with you, so we wanted to put the money into the rev share and the retainment of our student athletes, and it's been really neat to see, Jason, a group of people come together for university they just love.
So, what were the biggest things you saw? I guess now having a chance to go back and look at the exhibition, look at the film, kind of rewatch some of those things. What were things that you maybe picked up on since your initial reaction?
Yeah, I think there was a lot. Number one, offensively, we'll be really good. There's going to be some nights where we don't shoot it that well. I feel really good about Gary and Zach and KT and David, and just our wings, MJ and Mace. Like, those guys will go rebound the ball. We did not against Seattle. I think it's that first game where you're just kind of out there playing. You forget some of the details. Even coaches, I thought we could have did a better job throughout the timeouts, get to the glass, set better screens. I was telling them value the ball. But I think we'll be fine offensively. I think defensively we got a chance. We have to fix our ball screen defense. That was one area of concern. We got to hit block out. Shot goes up. We got to hit people. But I like our team. It's hard to tell what you got until you play somebody else.
Yeah.
We're not playing 15 guys, Jason, on Saturday against San Francisco. We'll still play a lot. The best thing that happened to us last year, we got trounced by Oregon by about 30, and that brought us together. So we'll see what happens with San Francisco. I heard they scrimmaged Stanford, and it was a high-scoring affair. So I got a lot of respect for San Francisco and their coach. They're good. I think they've had 8 out of 9 winning seasons. It's on the road. It'll be another tune-up, and then it's here. So I like our team. I like where we're at. We're progressing well, but we got a lot to work on, too.
When you look at the rest of the Mountain West, I know it's a team, and it seems like this is like this every year. Every team seems like they're bringing in between 5 and 15 new players. I know you're not going to play most of these teams until December, but can you make anything of this conference? Oh, there's a preseason poll, there's a preseason All Mountain West, but can you make anything of this conference?
Well, I was just on with a couple different people, and they asked about what do you think about the conference? I think it's going to be awesome. I think every year it's going to be great. I think Boise State is elite. I think they were elite without the 2 transfers they added in Andrews and the big kid at Georgetown. On paper, they're absolutely loaded. I think Boise's loaded. I think the Aztecs are very, very real. I think they'll be a top 10 team in the country before it's all said and done. And I think, Grand Canyon, if you look at just what they did with Baylor on the road and their exhibition, I think Grand Canyon's got real players, an elite coach, an elite fan base. And then you look at Ali, you look at Eric, you look at Josh, the 3 coaches that have come into this league and now are head coaches inside this league. They're all really good. They're all unique. Eric runs a matchup zone. He's a great offense coach at New Mexico. You look at Ali, he's going to run Nico's system, I would assume. He's ready for the job. He was there. Colorado State's a great place. Josh Pastner's won at a high level. You got guys like Sundance Wicks that can really coach. He tells me they're going to play fast this year, which I love. They were like going to the dentist last year. He stretched every possession. There's just so many great coaches and good players that this league it's going to be good.
I'll let you call your shot now. How many bids are you Mountain West getting into the tournament?
I want to say 5. I would love to see 5, but I'm going to say the same as this year. I'm going to say 4. But I think most national people will say 1, as they all do.
They all start at 1, and then it goes up from there.
Yeah. You know better than me. You know more about this league than me.
All right, thank you so much, Coach Calhoun, for coming on.
Yep.
There you have it, Jerrod Calhoun with Jason Walker down in Las Vegas for Mountain West Media Day. And your reactions to what you heard from the coach, 435-99. That's the wrong number. 435
339 03
21. That it is.
You about giving out my phone number?
No, I was staring at our other phone for our studio line. Don't text that one. 435-339-0321. Couple of texts. 5662. I can't
read it. Read it. If you make it hard, you're going to get it hard. Even with cold water, it will stay hard. Get it right in Vegas, or Vegas will get you. Love that. It's motivation.
There you go. Thank you. 9315. How come we didn't get Aju in Vegas? Aju. I'm going to start calling you Aju.
No.
For the women's basketball for Mountain West Media Day.
Friendship sandwiches suck. Yeah, so Aju has got to go to Albuquerque tomorrow, and I just don't want to have to travel back today, get on a plane tomorrow morning, and go to Albuquerque. It's too much for me. Don't have the time or energy.
Do better.
Yeah, do better.
Do better there, French dip. All right, got to take a time out here in the Full Court Press. So when we come back, some of our additional reactions to that. Also, a lot of other things going on. Utah Jazz, game 1. Are they good?
Oh, God, here you go.
We got high school playoffs tomorrow. We'll give you the rundown of who's playing where and a lot more to try to get through next on the Full Court Press.
This is Brent Wallace with Cache Valley Bank, and we understand that concerns about fraud can weigh heavily on you. Your peace of mind is important to us. That's why we're committed to looking out for you and your family. Our team keeps a vigilant eye on your account, and if you ever have concerns or need support, we're just a call or visit away. Whether you need advice or just someone to talk to, our friendly staff is ready to help. We're more than just a bank. We're your neighbors, and we care about your security. Visit your local branch today. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Ski season is coming, which means Season Ski Rentals. This is Mark at the Sportsman, where we have over 20 years of season ski rental experience. We rent to kids and adults. Come in to get season ski rentals for your entire family. We like to wait a little later in the fall because there is a chance your kids might grow out of their boots by the time ski season actually rolls around. You will get the right gear for your kids to ski this year at the Sportsman on Main Street in downtown Logan with tons of parking in the back.
Need a great deal near USU? Mention Aggie 79 and score a room at the Baum Hotel for just $79. Enjoy charming, homey hospitality in downtown Logan. You'll love the clean, spacious rooms and friendly, attentive staff. Take advantage of free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and a seasonal outdoor pool. At that price, it can't be beat. $79 rooms with Aggie 79 at the Baum Hotel. Value every day of the week. Call 435-752-5220. That's 752-5220.
Hi, it's Emily, and here at Serenoni, we believe everyone deserves the perfect blanket. That's why we offer a wide variety of sizes and fabrics, from our softest minky to cozy lush, breathable bamboni to textured waffle. So you can find the perfect fit for babies, teens, grandparents, and everyone in between. Established in 2006 right here in Logan, come visit us and find the perfect blanket at our store on 10th West next to iFit. Serenoni, wrapped in comfort, gifted with love.
S.E. Needham Jewelers is where Utah gets engaged. Couples throughout the state buy their rings from S.E. Needham Jewelers because of our low prices, extensive ring selection, and extraordinary benefits and services with financing available. Go to seneedham.com to learn more. We have many unique and beautiful engagement rings starting at $500. You'll find affordable engagement rings with our integrity price guarantee. This is why we are where Utah gets engaged. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 7. S.E. Needham Jewelers, middle of the block, at the sign of the clock.
When grid failures and severe weather cause power outages, your business might take a hit, or at home, you could lose your refrigerated food storage. Generac Standby Power Solutions help ensure an uninterrupted power supply. Generac is the #1 brand of standby generators. Get yours today from Golden Spike Electric, your trusted source for safety and security. Golden Spike Electric, powering your peace of mind. Online at gsegenerators.com or call 257-3016. They also service other models.
It's the Full Court Press with Eric Frandsen and Jason Walker.
Welcome back to the Full Court Press. Eric Frandsen, Aju, French Dip, Salvesen sitting over there in the corner. 435-339-0321 on the Young Power Sports of Logan text line if you want to chime in.
8:15 tonight, by the way.
Ah, that's right. That's right, because the other one, the ones that I just saw, it's because they play on Friday.
Well, yeah.
We're talking about availability reports for Utah State and New Mexico. We won't see them until tomorrow.
Hey, hopefully Will Holmes is on that list as available.
It's available, yeah. 5452. Good thing Ajay is there to help run things.
Crazy. Every time I come in here, I have to freaking babysit you guys. Are we on air? Okay. My man Calhoun hanging out with Jason Waker. Anything that stood out to you really quickly? Do you like? Don't like? Man, he really likes to make it known. He likes to send a message to the fan base like, "Hey, by the way, this other conference got $3 million each in roster.
Yeah,
we're not one of those teams in our conference."
He's working that into every conversation and opportunity about the need to raise
That's how you
money.
gotta do it. You got to play the game
To up the opportunity to get a different size, level of roster here. But I'm really curious to see how things happen for Utah State in their exhibition on Saturday against San Francisco. And then there's the last opportunity for this team to kind of figure things out before it's time to play for real, where it really matters.
Mm-hmm.
What the rotations look like. If he has a little bit of a luxury where if somebody's not on, he'll make a change. Like he's not stuck. He doesn't have to stick with somebody just because things aren't working right. So interesting to hear from the coach and what he had to say. 6391 French dip is an elite nickname for Ajay. Please make sure it sticks.
Jeez, here we go.
Okay, I like that. 3714, we lost you.
I'm Indian.
Can't hear you.
I can't be French. I'm Indian. Can I be Curry? Chef Curry? Yes.
I don't know.
6543. Well, Eric is texting. Interesting to hear Coach talk about the conference. I think he is overrating the conference as a whole. Wow. Overrating the conference as a whole. 5 teams? That too much? I mean, Boise State, San Diego State, Utah State. I don't think Colorado State's that team this year. I don't think New Mexico's that team this year. 3? I think Utah State gets in. I think Boise State gets in. And
I think he's overrating the conference.
Give me 5. I got 3.
I don't think he's overrating it. San Diego State, Boise State, Utah State.
That's 3.
Grand Canyon could very well make a play to get in. And if it's not Grand Canyon, it could be New Mexico, UNLV, or Nevada, one of those others.
Yeah, Nevada ain't doing it.
Probably not Nevada, but I think that it could be a 4-bid league.
Yeah, I'll go 3 or 4.
Yeah.
4 max.
6891. French dip is almost as good as the deflator.
Okay, why? What Eric, look what you've done.
Thank you, 9315. It wasn't me.
You added on to this. And I'm not even French.
Hey, I want to quickly run through what's going on with high school playoffs
yes.
tomorrow. So we won't have a show tomorrow because of high school playoffs.
Yes.
But there's a game happening a little bit earlier in the day. Ridgeline girls soccer taking on Snow Canyon. It's the 4A girls soccer championship. Jason Walker is he's doing everything. He's in Las Vegas today doing media day, and tomorrow he'll be calling the soccer game down at the home of Real Salt Lake.
Eric, today's Thursday.
Yeah.
You know what today is?
Thursday.
Pick me a 6.
Oh, we didn't do a pick 6.
We're going to do a pick 6.
We don't have time.
No, yes, we do.
So anyway, that soccer game is tomorrow at 11. He'll start his broadcast a little before that on 104.5 The Ranch. And then at 4 o'clock on Friday, here on The Fan, it's Skyview. Number 9 Skyview versus number 24 Juan Diego. Hurricane John Newbold will be on the call in the 4A football playoffs. Logan is taking on Richfield. It's at Richfield. And we're taking somebody else's feed, so be forewarned. It might be a little bit of homerism going on for Richfield, but hopefully the Grizzlies can get that win on the road. That's going to be at about 4:50 when that broadcast will begin. Kickoff at 5. That's going to be on our sister station, KVNU. Mountain Crest taking on Uinta, hosting Uinta. That's scheduled to begin at about 5:50. Cody Olson and the coach John Olson on 107.7. Green Canyon hosting Desert Hills. Stockton Jukes, Jacob Pitcher. Also kickoff at 6 o'clock. That'll be on Light FM, 100.9 Light FM. And then number 18, Bear River at number 15, Timpanogos. That also scheduled for a 6 o'clock kick. And Jason Walker will be down there calling that game. So he's doing a lot in a 24-hour span.
Paying for his mileage.
Video coverage of all these football games on Cache Valley Daily. Unfortunately, we were not able to provide the video for the girls soccer championship, but full play-by-play coverage can be found on 104.5 The Ranch. Quick timeout. We'll be right back here on the Full Court Press.
Cold weather is here, which means you'll be using your gas fireplace again. Let Advanced Fireplace and Stove, the 4-time Best of Northern Utah Gold Medal winner, help you get it ready for those cold Cache Valley winters. Schedule a service call with one of their service pros today and receive 20% off if you mention this ad. If you're building a new home, Advanced Fireplace and Stove can design and install a Heat and Glow fireplace. From traditional to modern, Heat and Glow has something for every design and every budget. Find out more at advancedfireplaceandstove.com.
The patio is open, the chips are endless, drinks on tap. You know it's got to be Cafe Sabor, Cache Valley's best Mexican restaurant, gold winner in the Best of Northern Utah contest. Experience Locals Day every Thursday with a huge burrito, endless chips and soda, only $7.95. That's a complete lunch for just $7.95. Finding any lunch under $10 is nearly impossible. Every Thursday, drinks, chips, and massive burrito, just $7.95. The patio, the sun, the fun at Cafe Sabor in the historic train station on 6th Weston Center in Logan.
Old McDarrell has a farm and appliance farm with down-home country prices and big city selection. E-I-E-I-O. When you're looking for a friendly spot to drive a little and save a lot, hey, Old McDarrell has a farm and appliance farm. Low overhead, but lots of country charm. See Darrell's Appliance in beautiful downtown Benson.
At Mountain Valley Heating and Air, they believe everyone deserves to feel the love. Their team is here to keep your home comfortable year-round with expert tune-ups and maintenance. From the first call to the final check, you'll have an entire team behind you, ready to serve every need. As the seasons change, don't wait. Schedule your tune-up today. Feel the love with Mountain Valley Heating and Air. That's mtnvalleyhvac.com.
Hi, this is Ashley with LSS Insurance. The Medicare annual enrollment period is here, and now's your chance to compare plans and get coverage that really works for you. Whether it's a Medicare supplement, Medicare Advantage plan, or a prescription drug plan, we'll walk you through your options personally. Call 752-9493 to speak with a licensed agent right here in Cache Valley. No pressure, no cost, just local help you can count on. Don't wait. Annual enrollment ends December 7th. Call LSS Insurance 752-9493.
For 80 years, West Motor Company has been helping Cache Valley drive home in a vehicle they love. And around here, people know Ford and Ram cost less in Preston. Right now, you could save over $10,000 off a brand new Ram heavy-duty Bighorn, or over $12,000 off Dodge Charger RT, and over $5,000 off Jeep Grand Cherokee. Say it with me. Ford and Ram cost less in Preston. Always have, always will. West Motor Company, 80 years strong and still driven to serve you.
The Aggies, Jazz, high schools, even the Pee Wee's T-ball team. It's the Full Court Press on Sports Talk Radio, The Fan.
Need a local mechanic you can trust? Visit a locally owned Napa Auto Care Center. You can find one at napaonline.com or talk to them at any of the Preston and Providence locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores. They can direct you on where to go. 435-339-0321 is the Young Power Sports of Logan text line. Got a couple other texts coming in. 2305. I enjoy RJ. Now it's RJ. When he gets a chance to be on the Full Court Press, he has a pretty good take on most everything, and it's fun to hear.
Yeah, 2305, me and him are... You know what, 2305? Let's meet up at the Aggie ice cream place, and I'll buy you a little bit of chocolate chip.
How would you even know? You've never tried anything there.
I've heard.
Don't make promises you can't keep. 2603 texting in. The Jazz looked good in their opener. What do you think about what do you think the season holds? Hold that thought. We'll get to that. Circle back to that in just a second. 9315. My prediction for the Utah State football game is USU 35, Albuquerque's 21.
Ooh, I like that score.
6391. You know, that intro says even the Pee Wee's T-ball team, but I haven't heard anything about them for a while. How are they doing?
Yeah, they're doing really good. Little Jimmy hasn't had any concussions, and Bobby has not wet his pants in the last 3 weeks. That is a career high for him.
Yeah, just keeping the nose clean.
Nice job, Bobby.
Ah,
make sure to put the cup on the right spot, though.
Yeah, but the Utah Jazz, I mean,
my gosh.
Wow.
Okay,
they just blitzed the Clippers.
You asked the question, are they good? Like, calm down, Eric. Stop it. They played the Jailblazers. Okay.
There's like 9 guys on that roster who were starters.
And they have a coach who hangs out with the Mafia.
Have Hall of Famers.
Okay.
Kawhi Leonard's going to be a Hall of Famer. Chris Paul's going to be a Hall of Famer. Don't deny it.
Kawhi, yes. Chris, no.
Yeah, great defense. Up and down the court on offense. Now, I don't know if Danny Ainge called Will Hardy into his office the next day and said, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, why are you doing? Yeah.
So we'll see how
just
this
an extension to
continues.
suck, not be good, buddy.
But hey, how about Neemias Queta with Boston starting for the Celtics?
Awesome. Yeah, look good.
He had 17 points, 8 boards, 7 of 8 from the field. And then Sam Merrill started for Cleveland. 19 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 5 for 10 from 3.
Did both teams win?
Unfortunately, both teams ended up losing.
Jeez, okay, well, there goes their starting spot.
But impressive for the season debut for both of those guys, and they were starters.
Yeah.
9315, is Aju on the Pee Wee football team?
Yes.
And is Ajay thinking about the preseason game? Jazz played the Clippers last night.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. It's the Clippers. Yeah. They're a good team. More next hour. Prediction.
I'm Dan Patrick, and this is Above the Noise. Just like the NFL, opening night in the NBA can be fool's gold. There's some great performances, breakout moments, plenty of excitement, but drawing conclusions off one night is the quickest way to end up looking like a fool. The Jazz aren't going to dominate teams as talented as the Clippers every night. The Spurs' young core isn't suddenly the second coming of Duncan, Ginobili, and Parker. Promising starts, but let's pump the brakes. Last season, the Hornets beat the Rockets on opening night. Houston finished as the number 2 seed in the West. That's the beauty of opening night. It gives us hope, surprise, and just enough chaos to get us talking. But it's also a reminder that October basketball is not May or June. Enjoy the storylines, enjoy the night, but just remember, take it all in with a grain of salt. It's opening night in the NBA. There's a long way to go to the playoffs. I'm Dan Patrick, and this is Above the Noise.